Good Tuesday morning. We're planting corn again, as you can see. This is that 45 acres. It's odd as all hell, so I split it. So I'm planting this part of it now. I've already planted a few other little fields this morning. Barb's been field cultivating in front of me. I got a bitch too. So, yeah, I know most of you are saying what else is new. But, so go back to last summer. In the video I had, I should have looked it up, but I didn't. I think it was called You Can't Beat Big Brother. It's where the 95-year-old woman that I rent some ground from, I had signed her. She's got 12 acres, 12 and a half acres. It's been in CRP for like 20 years. Well, they threw it out this time. Wasn't, you know, didn't qualify. So we appealed it, which I think I've told you. Or we appealed the appeal, or well, I don't know how the hell it works. But anyways, the administrative judge, we had a hearing on February 25th, and the state director, or I don't know if he's like the temporary state director because of, you know, the new administration or whatever, but basically he was on it and I was on it. And what it amounts to is the old he said, she said bullshit. You know, they claimed in January of 2020 that they explained everything to me about the EBI. Yeah, how many of you, you know about the EBI right off the top of your head? Not many, because we just rely on the FSA people. But anyways, long story short, we lost. The director said at the February 25th hearing that they were going to have the employee swear under oath and write it down on paper, have it stamped and sent in to the administrative judge and to me, a copy, that they did everything they were supposed to do, told me everything, explained the EBI, all that bullshit, and they never did. So it got to be like the second week of April, and the administrative judge sends an email to me and them and says, hey, you know, nobody sent anything in, do it ASAP. Still nothing. So here a couple weeks ago, I guess, I sent an email saying, you know what? They can remember what happened in January of 2020, but they can't remember to get this in at the date that you set for March 26th. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. I don't give a shit. So then last week, I sent an email and said, you know, enough is enough. We're starting to farm. Obviously, they're not going to send this in that they said they were going to send in. And the administrative judge replied, yes, I will make my determination on Monday, which was yesterday. And I hope you do better in the next round that you're signing her up for, because there's a new round of CRP out that I tried to sign this lady up for. Well, that line right there told me, you're fucked, you're not going to win. And I'm sorry, I try to leave the F word only for when Jimmy and I are getting passionate doing our live streams, but it fucking pisses me off. So sure enough, yesterday I read it like 11 o'clock last night when I got out of the shower. Just a bunch of bullshit that I never said. You know, nothing about the fact that they never sent in what they said they were going to send in. So it was a he said, she said thing, and apparently she said won. So just another example of you can't beat Big Brother. I don't give a fuck what it is you're battling them about. You're not going to beat Big Brother. End of story. Barb is now somewhere over on the other side of this hedgerow in these fields, picking stones. Because yes, where we live, you pick stones. And as you can see, even after you pick stones and fit the ground, there's still stones. Tile lines aren't running much. But thought I'd get a peek at where she was, but nope. Not sure where she is, but she's over there somewhere. There's Barb over there with the tractor and stone picker. Let's see if I can zoom. You son of a bitch. I hate my zoom button. That's a sucky job. But it's got to be done. Driving around on chisel plowed ground. Look at her bouncing, bouncing. Yeah. Sucky job. Sucky job that's got to be done. Now on my second time around the headland here, I'm going to have to stop and get fertilizer because I won't make it for the third and last time around. It just filled with fertilizer, as you can see. So anybody who's gonna ask or who cares, well, even if you don't care, I'm gonna tell you. I use a 72330 blend fertilizer. Those of you who don't know what that is, that's NP and K. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But anyways, every time I fill, I come back here and just walk the planter. This is your depth setting for your seed, the different notches, your pressure setting for your closing wheels. I always check them. Well, I had one that was knocked down a couple notches farther than what it should have been. Must have hit a rock just right and it bounced up. So basically that row for however long is in the ground a little deeper. So that one might take a little bit longer to come up. There's Barb. She's now field cultivating in that field. She's done picking stones. Oh, bouncing y'all around here. Hang on. I'm down to getting to short rows in this field now. Right there's my headland. So there's a little jog left here and then that over there. So this field's not too far from being done. That field there, I told her not to fit because they're calling for rain tonight, tomorrow, possibly Thursday. And that field I have designated as my test plat field. So I don't want to get it fit up, and who knows what we're going to get for rain over a 2 or 3 day period. So I better leave it alone, and then we'll fit it right before we get ready to plant the test plat. see it in there, but it's one of the white deer. I'll stop the planter. White deer with a couple of the brown ones running up the hill. They're all over the place, and for whatever reason the white ones are dumber than shit. Alright, back to the shop. Got the planter in. Finished what I had to plant. I had another field out back, but I want to use it as my test plot, so we didn't fit it. And they're calling for rain. As you can tell, the sky's starting to look shitty. They say rain later tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday, which isn't probably a horrible thing as long as it's not an absolute downpour, because damn, it's dusty. So 7:30, we get to call it an early day today. Yay. So that'll probably end it for this video, so we'll see you in the next one.